Hey guys, it's Brendo ST. Today I'm going to show you how to change out your rear motor mount. First step, obviously, is to get the car up on something. I just got some ramps. You can use jack and jack stands. If you have a lift, that makes it a hell of a lot easier, but I do not have access to such things. You're going to need a few tools. One of the most important ones, not in this box, but you're going to need a torque wrench. And I would make sure you have one of those beforehand. If you're using a Cobb Motor Mount, you're going to need this, which is a 10mm hex head, and a few other things that made stuff easy. It should be in here somewhere. Somewhere. There it is. T30 Torx, and that's for your old like underbelly pan. You can use obviously just like a regular Torx screwdriver if you had one, but that makes things easy. Where did I get all these from? Huh. Wait a minute. Did I have these this whole time? Okay, so we'll start off. We're gonna remove the belly pan. Actually, we're gonna need more tools, obviously, but those are the first generic ones. You're gonna need a 13 and a 15mm socket. Usually you want a deep and a short socket because you're gonna need both. You're also gonna need wrenches, and you should actually want to try to find ratcheting wrenches because some of it can be a little difficult without those. But we have this little piece here. It's got 3 bolts on it, so I can't show it to you. I'm kind of cramped under here. There's another one over here. That comes out first, and then this belly pan has a couple bolts all around it. You're going to pull this whole thing off. And the main goal is to get it off and then get back under here where my hand is. Like I said, I'm kind of cramped here, so I can't show you everything, but you're going to want to get to this. This is actually the bracket that's attached to the motor mount, and the motor mount's right back there. Now, I have the Cobb Motor Mount already installed. I'm actually doing this to check for a problem because I have a lot of wheel hop and I don't know what's causing it, so I was going to check the motor mount to make sure it's still good. And to do that, I'm going to just take it apart. And while I'm doing that, I might as well make a video of how to install it because it makes it really easy. Yeah, that's not attached. Why isn't that attached? Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to get these bolts off. I'm going to remove the pan, and then we'll go to the next step here, and I'll show you what other bolts you need to take out. Alrighty, guys. So, got the pan off. This is what we're looking at here. That's my Cobb Motor Mount. This is your motor mount bracket that attaches to the actual transfer case. Transmission transfer case part. Alright, so what you're going to have to do, getting stuff in my eyes while I'm trying to hold my phone, it's not fun. What you're going to have to do to get this guy out, and it's going to be the same step for your stock mount. I'm just doing it to my Cobb so I can get a better look at it and see what's going on back here. But you're going to have to take off your downpipe bracket. So you're going to have to take these 2 bolts off. You have to take these 2 bolts off. And then there's another bolt. Alright, there's another bolt right there where my finger is. You have to get that too. Now that's where those ratcheting wrenches will come in handy if you have one. I recommend them highly because it's a pain in the fucking ass to get that with a regular wrench. Sorry, my phone keeps flipping out. My autofocus is like broken. Alright. So, once you get that bracket off, you'll have to take this bolt off here. There's another one on the back side of that bolt. So once you get that bolt off and this bracket come off, there's another one. And then obviously another one here. Sorry. Boop. There. Another one there. And then we can get this thing out. Boop. That stupid focus. This thing. We can loosen up these. Actually, it's probably better to keep these tight right now. your mount so you can get these without a problem. I'm going to start unbolting these, and then we'll go to the next step of getting this out. Alright guys, see, once you get those two little brackets off, which were the bracket for the downpipe, which I'm not looking at, there it is, and then the side bracket that was attached to it. Basically it's a bracket that holds the bracket. Next part, we're going to be using the 15mm. Those are all 13mm bolts, if I didn't add, sorry. We're going to be using the 15mm on this bolt, and this is going to be the deep socket. And then we're going to be using the 15mm on that bolt. Actually, not the socket, but the wrench. Like I said, you're going to want ratcheting wrenches because this is where it gets really tricky to get in here. You don't have a lot of room to work with, and if you had a regular wrench, you're going to be sitting there for hours. And it is not a fun process when you're doing that. Other than that, this is a really easy swap for the rear motor mount. It's really quick. Like, I've only been here for like 5 minutes and I already got those two brackets off. So next I'm going to unbolt those. Then we can unbolt our mount using this. It's a 15mm. And then the hex head, which Cobb gives you this bolt here. And that's why you need a hex head for it. Other than that, I believe it's a 15mm on the original mount. So I'm going to get these two bolts off. Then we'll take a look at the mount and see if there's any damage. Alrighty guys, there's one more bolt I forgot about. And it's right here on the back side of the mount. So if you're looking at it from this way. That one, right. Where's my finger? Where's my finger? There it is. Right there. So I got that stud out on this side. I got the back stud out. And there's one last bolt, which is a 15mm as well. Wow, I must have torqued this down good when I did it, because I can't budge it with my hand. Oh, there we go. Smacked myself in the head, but we got it. Once this bolt comes out, the engine might rock. Because technically it's the only thing holding it in. Probably not the best place for my hand. There you go. With that free now, your engine is free. So you can move. Alright, so then the next step is to get our mount out. I need my 15mm socket, and then my shitty wrench. I say shitty wrench because it really is a piece of shit. I don't have good tools. Whew. She was tight, torqued down good. Obviously, when you're doing this, if you get it from Cobb or whoever you get the mount through, I'm sure they'll have some sort of specific direction to grease the bolts up when you're putting it in or something like that. I don't think I did do any of that. No Loctite or anything like that. I think there was some on there already. The last step here is to find... It's all the way over there. I thought I put cardboard down this time. Well, the first time I did this, I was just on the concrete. And I couldn't slide across easily. This time around, a little bit of cardboard goes a long way. Last bolt, and this sucker could come right out. technically it could probably come out like it is, but in fact, all right, here we go, guys. It's your motor mount removal. This Cobb one does not look bad. I thought maybe I'd see some cracked little holes here. It looks like it definitely flexed a little bit. Definitely did some sort of flexing. Let's look at this piece. Maybe this thing was bad. Huh. Doesn't look too bad. So I think I can rule out that being the culprit of my wheel hop. So it might be time for what did I think they said, the side passenger motor mount is a culprit as well. I can't physically see anything, so I'm not sure what I'm looking for. And I apologize if my phone keeps going different orientations. It's because I'm using a phone. Hopefully it wasn't. Hopefully if it did, I can correct it on video editing. But that's removing the motor mount. Basically, to install the motor mount, you're doing everything in the reverse order. And it's a really simple project to do. As long as you have the ability to do it with tools, you're good to go. But what I was hoping I'd find a problem, I don't know why I was hoping I'd find a problem, but there is no problem, at least with these parts. Which means I have some further digging to do. Because, like I said, I have some really nasty wheel hop. You can see on the back side of this mount, though. Look how the holes are kind of crunched. So you can tell it was definitely torquing it. There's definitely doing something. Let me get out of the way here. Alright. Yeah, look at that. I mean, I don't think the mount's defective or anything like that, but you can definitely tell it was doing something. But that's it. That's the removal. And if you want, I'll go ahead and put this back in reverse order, but I don't know why. I'd record it because it's the same process. Just go in reverse. You put all the same bolts back in. It's really easy, simple to do. So when you get your motor mount, follow this little video, and I know I didn't really record me unscrewing the bolts, but you can't do that with one hand. I wonder. I wonder if I can send this in defective. It looks like it's got some sort of issue. That crunched look there. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. That's how to well, remove your motor mount, but like I said, installing is the same process, just backwards. Thanks for watching, guys.